This is modern Earth. For eons, magic, advanced technology, and other strange phenomena have remained hidden from people like you and me. One day in March 2019, all of that changed with the Unveiling. 10-foot-tall metal insectoid creatures arrived through portals and wrought destruction. Zed, Goose, Tyke, and Carl fought the horrors, but in the chaos, a mysterious company called IS Corp seized the opportunity and traded protection for power and resources. Our heroes saw them for what they really are: evil. They turned an IS Corp agent named Fitz to their cause, and now they fight IS Corp as they uncover the source of the attack on our realm. Welcome to another episode of RPGs Anonymous. I'm Zachary, I'm your GM, and let's meet the rest of the cast.
Oh, hey, that's me. I'm Aaron. I play Carl. You like it? I waited just the right amount of time to make the tension tight.
You didn't. You waited way too long. No. Bad Carl.
And I am Colby, playing Shane Goose Bailey.
I'm Nick, and I play Ajax.
And I'm Jacob. I'm playing Tyke.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, I
didn't try very hard.
Oh,
I love you guys.
From the top.
From the top. No, I'm keeping it. I don't want to do it again. What happened last time? What do you guys remember? And yeah, all of that stuff.
We got the thing.
Got the thing? What thing did you get?
Yeah, the thing we were supposed to get, the file.
Yeah. What is that?
But the file is actually just coordinates to another freaking place we gotta go to.
Well, that's not entirely true. The file has a sticky note. Okay, so the boys entered into the virtual space in the IS Corp compound, trying to find the information on Goose's wife's murderer, who was an IS Corp member. Dun dun dun. They went into the servers physically, mentally. I don't know, one of those things. It's weird. Who knows? And they found a person posing as Goose's wife with a file that had the words "Operation Invisible" on it. I.N.I. et cetera, all the way through. Acronymy like IS Corp does, and a sticky note with coordinates. And they told Goose to come find them in the real world. Then you guys fought a big purple blob. Ajax ran into Barazel and escaped with his life. And then some of you were stuck in like this weird space that was like not a thing. That you like, what's the word? You're stuck in this like weird virtual space that you didn't really understand. It looked very much like the vert rooms. We come to find later that you guys are stuck in the storage drive of one of the servers as it's shutting down. Tyke rushes to save you, pulls you out of the drive.
Tyke stuck his finger in a mech's butt.
Yes, Tyke stuck his finger in a mech's butt.
Mm-hmm.
Sigh.
Save everyone.
Yes.
To save us all.
Not for humor. To save everyone.
Yeah, it was a very important
he wasn't the first one there, though. There was a note.
That's true. There was a note that Fitz left, mentioning that he was supposed to change the location of this port in version 2.0 and never got around to it, apparently. And so in the fervor of trying to save everybody's consciousnesses, Tyke shunted himself and everybody except for Ajax into the mech. So that is where we ended last time. You all are sitting in this weird virtual space. Again, sort of probably like due to Tyke's weird mind powers. Tyke has just expended his last amount of strain, and you guys are in this like control room looking thing a la Inside Out. Dan is sitting on the like captain's chair with a martini in a glass and just like sees you guys eyes wide and says, "What the hell are you doing here?"
Well, Dan, you've been really annoyed with how up your ass I've kind of been. Well, you're going to really not like where this is going. So just make that a little bit more literal.
Hey, Dan, do you got any coffee?
And that's sort of where we came from.
Oh,
We have literally gone up your ass.
I'm so unhappy about this. This is not. Oh, this is unacceptable. And he like points over to some of the like control things in this area and starts like wiggling his finger, and some of the controls move, and he's like, "Why can't I move the mech's arms and legs?"
So is that a no on the coffee?
You're not really here, Carl. Do you not understand how this works? You're not really here, and why can't I move my arms and legs?
Oh
No,
I think
I'm
he's
really here.
I think he's really
Goose.
here, and I think I'm gonna like move my arm like this, and I want to try to move the mech's arm.
Oh no! Yeah, I think you do. It's like awkward and takes some like concentration, but for you, it is relatively simple to like move the mech
like
arm.
This makes sense to me. Like I feel almost normal.
So Ajax is freaked out because he's not hearing this conversation at all. And my only awake person just passed out, so I'm just gonna like start sniffing people and like licking their faces and like barking in their ear, like at Goose's ear.
Yeah,
Because like that's how I've woken him up in the past.
Roll a gosh, dang, I don't know what. I think. So you're trying to wake Goose up. You're trying to like sniff around. Let's just have you roll a survival check against one red, one purple.
All right.
Carl's going to wander around the room and just pick one of the control panels at random and play with a couple levers.
It is like it's like moving levers that are like sticky, like it's as they have like molasses, and like some of them like won't move at all for you. You notice that for like whatever reason, there's only like one little section of the control panel that works for you normally. And
did you spill something on this, Dan? Because none of it works.
It's not real. How many? Oh my god! This is a representation. This is just ones and zeros. Do none of you understand how technology works?
I do, but it's fun to watch you panic when I tell you these things.
Yeah, no, I get it. And I kick my boots off and enter like the Buddhist cross-leg meditating position. Doing that. And in spite of the fact that this is a digital area, you do smell my feet.
That's really good.
Got one success and 3 disadvantages.
One success and 3 disadvantages. Okay, so I think the success is that you are able to like identify that they are alive and well, like they are living, like their bodies are working just fine. Nothing super weird is going on with that. I think the disadvantages are probably that. Oh, here we go. This is perfect. You smell something else. Somewhat in the area, not super near, but you smell other people getting closer to you.
From like the hallway or
that's kind of the weird thing is you're not 100% sure. It is very faint. And it seems to be like sort of like the like smell equivalent of echoing. Like it is like kind of like reverberating around. It's very weird. It's like it's been masked in some way or like piped in or something weird is going on with it. So it's hard to tell the direction, but it is definitely, there are definitely people approaching that are not your people.
Okay, I would like to pull a Samwise Gamgee, where I find a place where the light is behind me and makes my shadow really, really big. And I'd like to start growling really menacingly, like threatening, so that I can scare them away.
Okay, cool.
Like away from the group.
Can we hear
so
Ajax?
Yeah, what you guys are seeing is, again, you guys are like basically imagine you are in the control room of like a spaceship. and that is like the view screen or whatever the is looking out from the like cockpit of the mech, so you can see forward on the mech and you get these like pipe in speaker sounds of what's going on outside. So you guys kind of hear Ajax sniffing around a little bit, and then you see his shadow go large on one of the walls, and he starts to like gurr and growl. Why don't you roll me a coercion, Nick? I'm thinking probably 2 reds and a blue die.
Okay, because I'm giant and scary.
Yes, and because things I'm not going to say out loud.
That's fair. Okay, those cancel
Hey, Dan,
out.
can we possibly see what Ajax is unhappy about?
It is a 1 success, and the rest is a wash.
Okay, cool. So all right, that you do this thing. You again, you are not sure what's going on with this smell. It doesn't like it's hard to tell what's going on. So you're not like getting like you don't sense any change in it necessarily. But there is also you also know you can't hear really anything like coming towards you either. So that says to you that you are probably okay for the moment. And that may have pushed them back a little bit. You're not sure, but you know. In response, Dan will say, "I suppose, yeah, it's pretty simple. We just need to like look in the direction he's like looking. Like, but I can't. Like I said, I can't move my arms and legs, and I don't know what's going on, or why you're here, or what you're doing, or anything."
Well, I figured you could just turn the head around and look.
Wait,
In the middle of my meditation, I like pull my leg behind my head, and the left leg of the robot like just goes up.
Yes, you guys just fall back. Oh, that's so good. Yeah. So everything just comes crashing down, and after everything does,
no.
Dan is like sprawled across the captain's chair, and he says, "The mech doesn't have a head. It's just the cockpit. It's just
Also,
the cockpit."
Did the mech just fall on top of Tyke, who was finger in its butt behind it, unconscious?
That's a good point, actually.
You just
no, it fell forward.
Yeah, just out any other direction.
I'm going to say because you moved your leg behind your head, the leg swept back, so the mech fell forward. So now the consequence of that is that you guys now are looking dead at concrete or stainless steel flooring, and that's it. So you have no vision whatsoever on anything. But I will say,
I didn't feel that at all.
yeah, because that's not. Oh man, Carl.
So-
sometimes with you.
I guess I'll just flick a lever. I wonder what I do.
Yeah, roll me a let's call it piloting. Oh, by the way, I meant to mention this earlier. Everybody except for Tyke that is in the mech, you're going to retain that upgrade that you guys were doing in the hard drive. So that's 2 upgrades and 2 blacks. Everything is difficult here. This is not a particularly difficult check just to do a thing. Let's see. Yeah, let's call it easy. So one red, 1 purple, 2 black.
Ooh, doggy. That's not going to be easy.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has piloting. Actually, why don't you add 2 blue dice also?
Oh, thank you.
You got it.
Because I think this is being like bolstered by Tyke's like shenanigans. Like you guys are all like extra connected to this thing because of like how Tyke put you guys in.
I was wondering if I could try to pull like some weird extrasensory networking shenanigans so that like it's like I basically do not retain enough thought power to move my part, but I can focus on keeping everyone connected. So it's like somehow like they like like I pull all the necessary parts and sort of put them together in a single like thought unit.
Proper coordination checks.
Yeah.
3 successes, 3 threats.
Okay, so you definitely move. I forgot what everybody is. Can we sound off to say what everybody is? I know Tyke and Fitz are on the arms.
Right arm.
Okay,
I'm left leg.
So Goose is left leg. So Carl, you're right leg.
Right leg, yep.
Multiple successes, multiple threats. I think you move the leg and like you get some like ambulatory stuff and that like flips you guys over. So now you guys are like looking up, but I think oh God, what happens?
Your turtle. It's not a mech.
Okay. You guys now have an extra black die to trying to stand up in this thing. Because you are turtle and it is much more difficult to get up. So as far as the like helping everybody do this thing, Tyke, I think I would be okay with something like that. We have the chariot available. Control, willpower, success, action, determination. If you're willing to burn that, then I'll let basically, because you can, something we've established, you, because of your technomancy shenanigans, you can do whatever with the arm. Like you are just able to do stuff. Mm-hmm. Because it's kind of like breathing for you. It is just really simple. You've got the connections. It doesn't take you any strain to do that. So if you're willing to burn that card, I think we can increase, like upgrade everybody else's checks or like allow them to use other stuff. Like, I guess what is your
can we flavor it that he's having to like get mentally in sync with us, like in Pacific Rim?
Man, you missed the pre-show.
Wow, that's painful, dude.
That's funny because we did talk about Pacific Rim for like literally 15 minutes before you got here.
That's like stabbing him right in the psyche.
Oh man, I don't know how it works on Pacific Rim because spoilers for the pre-show that I don't think we were live for. I haven't seen it.
So there's like this weird
suit that they wear.
Yeah,
we don't have to explain it.
Anyway,
right?
we don't have to explain it. Anyway, but yes, that is essentially what is happening. And won't lie, maybe that's where the idea came from. I don't know, but
okay.
Yes,
so essentially.
Goose,
Colby is right in his conception. That is exactly what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, so I think this makes sense.
Looks like you're a leg, Goose. Go ahead.
Because you are essentially the like bridge to these connections. Like normal people's brains can't do this. I don't want to state that. I cannot overstate this. Normal people's brains do not do this. Like they can't just exist inside mechs. And like it's not. I don't think that's a thing. So I think you are allowing them to do this anyway. Like you are definitely the locus for this. So I don't think it is a far cry for you. Like adding in some extra stuff to make it easier for them. So if you're willing to burn the chariot, then let's say we can just what's your extrasensory like attribute? Is that based off of willpower?
Yes, I've been using willpower.
Okay, so we
pretty sure they're all based. Yep.
We can replace whichever, like either the stat or the skill with your willpower stat for anybody trying to use the mech. We can replace whichever is lower. So like if it's all going to be piloting, which is agility. So if their agility is crap, I don't think anybody has piloting. So for the most part, it's going to be piloting that's replaced with your cunning. So it'll basically act as if they're doing an agility check upgraded by your cunning. So I think that's
my
right?
You mean my extra sensory or my willpower? No,
not the total thing. Just or your sorry, your willpower. Yeah, your willpower.
Oh, my willpower is 4.
Okay, so basically, you guys will do piloting checks because neither Carl nor Goose have piloting, right?
I do not.
Negative. I do
Unless
not. Okay.
you let me retcon immediately that Goose was a helicopter pilot.
maybe no.
I'm just kidding.
And Fitz also does not have piloting. So essentially, when you make piloting checks for this, you will also upgrade your skill 4 times. What were you saying, Nick?
What past cards do we have? Do we have a past card that could retcon the?
I think it might be a little too strong for a story point to just give me proficiency in a skill.
Intuition, mystery, secrets, dreams, wisdom. I'm not gonna lie, there's a really big part of me that wants that to be a thing.
It's not that Goose knows how to do it. He's just so lucky that he just can do it.
He just does this and starts walking, and it works.
Considering you guys are getting like an additional 4 upgrades from here on out, I don't think it's going to be necessary. So if we run into problems with Goose being able to pilot, then maybe we can run it. We can deal with that. But that actually, I wouldn't, with the past cards, that's a really great usage of that to just like retcon something. That's really cool. I can't believe I haven't thought of that before. That's pretty fun. Just be like, oh, I was like, I'm gonna use the freaking 2 of Wands, and I'm gonna be like, I was really rich as a kid or whatever. I know we haven't mentioned this before, but I'm super rich now. Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
So in a game I used to play, we did kind of do that, except the DM was always trying to make it a monkey paw situation.
Oh yeah, okay. I like that, but at the same time, I like giving you exactly what you want, but having unintended consequences instead of like doing malicious compliance. Like, I'm going to give you literally word for word exactly what you want in a way that you didn't want it. I like giving you guys what you want, but then also having there be problems related to that. Anyway, so you guys are on your back turtling. Ajax is doing a scary thing. What is next? What are you guys doing?
Goose, it looks like we're legs. See how you fell down and I rolled us over.
Can we try to time like 1, 2, 3 to like pull our like knees to our chest and then like do the like jump to stand up thing?
I think we'd probably need the help of the arms to stand up.
You guys will need the help of the arms to stand up.
Okay, just tell us what to roll. I want to try it.
So the good news is that Tyke can basically just do whatever, and Fitz is an NPC, so he's going to act as a modifier rather than having to roll. So it's literally just going to come down to you two for like doing the normal stuff. So I think a kip up is probably hard. So that will be 2 reds, 1 purple, 2 blacks. You guys will each upgrade your checks by 4 rather, because of Tyke.
Am I rolling the check?
No, you're not rolling. You're just able to help. You're just basically able to do the right thing.
Great.
And then I will give you also 2 additional blue dice for Fitz.
That is a handful of plastic.
He's gonna be able to do this relatively well.
And so we basically get his willpower to use.
Yeah, essentially. So instead of the piloting skill, you use agility and upgraded 4 times for his willpower.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, it's a lot of dice. Woo-hoo.
If you guys get a triumph, I'm going to make you do the worm.
No, my yellows came out blanks.
Oh,
sadness.
It's a 1 in 12 chance.
You guys are gonna have to do the worm at some point.
I did get a triumph.
Okay.
Just also a despair.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so
yeah, and then 2 success and 2 advantage.
2 success, 2 advantage.
No, just 2 success. Nope, advantage wash.
Advantages? Okay.
Yeah.
2 failure, 2 advantages.
Okay, this is excellent. Okay, so instead of doing a kip up, you guys are out of sync, which means it flips you back over and you do the worm because the arms are doing like the arms and Dan is just like there for it. So he's doing like any of the torso moves. So the arms and stuff are doing the like flip forward thing, but they do it at the right time. The legs do it at the wrong time. So you guys flip over and do the worm instead. And there's also a triumph in there. Goose, I think because of your successes at the end of the worm, you get the leg up and forward so that you're kind of in a kneeling position. So you guys will have a little bit easier time to just stand. And what do you think the triumph is?
Oh gosh.
Can the triumph be that it delays whoever is coming a little bit longer because they just heard like craziness
Kind of
happen?
noise and a
No, it
barking
cannot.
dog.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm sorry, it can't. Because I'm already using the despair for the opposite.
How about
Oh, okay.
suddenly, because of the triumph, we all appear and like Tyke just had a thought for a split second of like, man, if only we were like synchronized dancers, and then like the wall in front of us turns into a mirror and we're all in like unitards. And
Oh, it's a giant DDR machine with 5 platforms.
No,
Okay,
we
actually-
all perceive it differently.
I actually like the idea that this somehow changes what you guys are like perceiving to make it easier for you to like visualize. So instead of like Dan's cockpit that he is chilling in, because that is what he's been doing, you each are going to perceive something slightly different that is going to make it easier for you. For Fitz, it is definitely like a dance studio like thing, and he is like dancing. But again, nobody knows this, but that is 100% canon. So what is everybody perceiving that makes it easier for them to do this?
I'm gonna say tackling dummies on the football field.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. So you're
chop
like,
those-
yeah.
I can see which one to hit to make things move.
Okay, that makes sense. So this is like turning it into like, instead of directly thinking about moving a leg, you're doing something that you like know how to do that like for whatever reason, because of Tyke, is getting translated into controlling the leg correctly. Because you're like, I mean, like you're like doing athletics. So it's like, you're like sending the signals of what a left leg does or whatever to do the thing.
So Tyke is perceiving this as a Star Trek bridge of the Enterprise, but for Star Trek Enterprise, because that's the one that was on when he was a kid.
Oh, no.
And so, like, for him, that's Star Trek. And he never understands why everyone hates on him for it.
Oh, God.
But so everybody is in those uniforms. It looks like that horrible looking Enterprise bridge. And everybody's at different consoles doing stuff.
So I have to ask, who is the captain of this? Is it you or Dan?
Was Dan in the like throne seat?
He was
still?
originally, yeah. He was sitting in like the analog of a captain's seat before with a martini.
Yeah, I think Dan is still in the captain's chair, and I'm like in the first officer's chair.
Okay, I dig that. That's very nice. What about a Goose?
I think suddenly, like the room moving around him, a wall appears and he goes through some doors, and suddenly he's in his old like military dress regalia at an officer's ball, and see his wife holding out her hand for him to come to the dance floor.
Oh, so you're dancing also. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. Okay. So because of that, you guys can have an additional blue die to any check used to control the mech directly. But Ajax, you have now begun to hear the sounds of people as well. You think that they excuse me. You think that you made them more cautious. You definitely made them afraid of you because of how they smell and how they sound. But they are for sure moving towards you.
Okay.
They. Why don't you roll me another? Why don't you roll me a perception check?
Okay. Is this hard or
Oh
easy?
yeah, that's right. I have to tell you how to do that. This is. I'm going to say this is hard, upgraded twice for IS Corp, so 2 reds, 1 purple.
Okay.
See, perception is the worst. Perception, athletics, and there's one more. Medicine are the worst because they're also D&D skills. So when I say when I'm going to have you roll that, my brain goes, "Oh, just have them roll because it's D&D now." It's yeah.
I failed with a despair and a threat.
Okay, so you are not sure what the like locations of these people are because it seems you're not. It's very confusing because it seems like the sounds and the smells are coming from everywhere, except for like right around you. As far as you can, like you either like it. They could be literally anywhere. It is just incredibly confusing. The smells from all of the chaos going on are like intermixing. But you can tell. You also have no idea how many there are because it seems like there are like a ton or like one because they are kind of all intermingling. It's very strange.
What kind of door is on this room? Is it like a push door?
There is not a door anymore because it's been can opener.
That's right. We can't open.
Yep.
Forgot about that.
I know what I'm going to do because I'm probably faster than all these guys. And I'm definitely faster than all the unconscious people on the floor. So I'm going to go to the door and like look left and right. And like if I like think I can figure out where the sound is coming from, I'm going to like bark towards that direction and then like kind of try and lead them away. Because like I've been all over this floor. I kind of know where things are.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like lead them back to the exploded room.
Okay. You want to lead? So there are two like exits to this room. One to the west, one to the east. The one to the west is the one closer towards the exploded room. So I assume that's the direction you want to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
and like as loud as I can and like run away.
What is better between your coercion and deception?
They're the same.
Okay, go ahead and roll. I'm going to say probably coercion then for me against. Same thing. So two reds, 1 purple.
Okay, my success is very unlikely.
And I think you guys in the mech now that you're like sort of half up. With like Goose has gotten this like kneeling position, you guys see that Ajax goes bounding off out of the room in one direction. Well,
it's 1 success and 6 threats. Yeah, 6 threats.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right, so you go bounding off to the west. There is a hallway directly outside. You know that the explodey room is to the north of that. When you exit out into that hallway, you immediately see through all of the can opener doors that there are at least a half dozen IS Corp dudes starting to come in from just about every direction that you can see. You can see to the north is a hallway, to the west is another room that you guys haven't been in, but because Dan didn't know where he was going, he can openered basically every doorway in the entire floor.
Cool, that means I have to worry about doorknobs.
Yeah, so there are, as soon as you get out into the hallway, you can see about 20, within short range of you, there are 2 IS Corp guards coming down one hallway. There are 4, in the room next to you that are right outside the hallway that are getting ready to do. And they all are like doing the like tactical stand with their weapons drawn. So the threats are, I'm going to shoot at you real quick. Because that is a thing.
I'd like to roll over and look really cute.
You like to roll over and look
You're
really
7 feet long.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
There is no cute about a monster.
7 feet long.
Tail on the concrete floor.
Yeah. Shaking the foundations. Yeah.
Right.
So you have, I assume you have no melee range defense?
I have no defenses.
Okay, cool.
0.
I mean, not cool, but good to know at least.
Awesome.
Great. Woo. I mean, I like it when things are difficult for you. I don't like it when we kill the puppers. I'm glad that we have not actually done that yet.
So, Goose, who takes the first step, left or right?
So
How do we do this?
I think like we're on your knee and my like foot is like we're like kneeling down on one knee. So I think I need to push straight and then you start pushing straight.
Which means I need to take the step, which means from now on, I will need to take the first step of each movement. Because if we both try, we're going to fall down again.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
So you
My
just
rule
tell
books
me
are
when you're
crashing.
ready. You push, I'll step, and let's see if this thing works.
All right. And step march.
Oh, love you guys. Okay, so I was about to. Okay, so no crit, but I am going to deal 8 points of damage to you, pre-start.
All right.
Just all like these half dozen guards just light you up. I also got some advantages. I think as that happens, so everybody hears gunfire. This same like sort of like electrical like futuristic like zappy gun sounds as Ajax bounds out of the room, and then over a loudspeaker almost immediately you hear a female voice say, stand down, we are not here to take them down, just stop shooting, let the dog go." What does everybody do?
I can't shoot with my legs. We were attempting to stand up exactly during that entire altercation, so we are working together to stand.
Okay, you guys want to try and stand again? Okay, so
well, where's Carl's rifle?
it would be on the ground, probably just next to his body on the like half dismantled stretcher thing that that Dan was putting together.
The sled table?
I want to try to pick that up if I can. If it's like near.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So Carl and Goose, you standing is easy.
Okay.
Do the upgraded twice. So 1 red, 1 purple, 2 blacks, with an additional blue die. And then if Tyke, if you want to like do like grab the weapon and like ready it, I think that's going to take away the upgrade just while you're doing this thing, for them standing. So you can either do that now or you can wait until like, like for instance, if this is going to be like combat, do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll just wait.
Okay.
I mean, he probably would think about that right as we're standing.
I think you could probably grab the gun, but I think like any like an actual shot would take the concentration away from the upgrade. So I think you can probably grab it. Without having to...
I just want us to have it. You know, so we have it.
Yeah. Okay.
Better to have it and not need it.
Yeah. Okay.
Need it and not have it.
Okay, Carl, are you rolling that? Goose, are you rolling that?
Totally ready.
Ready to go. Oof.
Mech Force. That's good.
All right. It looks like I ended up with 2, 3, 5 success, an advantage, and a despair.
Cool.
Of course.
So
Carl?
I'm 2.1, 2 success, 1 advantage.
Okay. So you guys stand for sure. You guys stand, you take like a little tactical stance, and during that process, Tyke is able to grab the gun. Big issue that happens all of a sudden. I'm going to use the despair for this. This gun, there's no way this mech will be able to use this gun. It is just not possible. It like the single finger of the
Absolutely.
yeah, it's like bigger than the entire.
You got a fork for hands.
Yeah. So you grab it and it's like itty bitty, and you like pull it up, and then you try and put your finger on the trigger, and it's just like clunk 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 clunk. And it's just
Your
there's no
despair
way.
could
It's
also
gonna
be
work.
that he just snaps it in half when he picks it up.
yeah, and you notice. Yeah, as soon as you do that, you also notice that like Fitz's hand has accidentally squeezed too hard and is like half like around the where his hand was is a little bit crushed. This gun is completely and totally useless.
I'm so glad that I grabbed it so we could have that.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys have heard a voice come over the loudspeaker. Ajax has bolted off. Why don't we? No, I'm not interested in initiative just yet. So Ajax, you are bolting down the hallway. You hear this thing over the loudspeakers, or over a loudspeaker as well. Which direction did you want to go? Do you want to go north or west? Are you trying to for sure draw them to the exploding room?
Yes.
Okay, so that's probably north. So
And if I don't see them following me, I'll like stop and like pee on the wall to like give them time to catch up.
yeah, no, these six at least are definitely following you. They are freaked out. That has worked. So you like blast through the two that were in front of you, and they immediately turn and start running, and you can hear they are peeling off towards you. So you can move about a third of the way towards the exploding room. Do you want to do anything other than just trying to keep them following you?
Not like, I don't know, maybe another intimidation, like just like do the monster growl at them to like get them to not be like right on me. Like I want them to be following, but at a distance.
Okay, that makes sense. If you currently, that is where they are going to be following, so I don't think you'll need a roll for that just now.
Okay.
At some point, you might need to if something changes about the situation, but at the moment, that is stable. They're going to follow at a rough distance because they think you are dangerous enough that they are not going to get close.
Also, after that soak, I only took 2 points of damage from that. Okay. So, like, most of it just kind of bounced off of my skin, and I, like, there's, like, little red spots, but, like, it didn't really pierce.
Yeah.
So I'm just, like, shake it off and act like nothing happened.
While that's going on, Carl's just going to say out loud, Ajax, what are you doing? Because I'm used to us being able to converse. So I'll just say that out loud, thinking he can hear me.
I think with your hearing, Ajax, you can hear that come out of the speaker of the mech.
Does my barking
I didn't expect
the dog translator?
Oh, son of a bitch! It would.
Oh, yeah, we do have that.
Oh, I forgot all about the dog translator.
So it's not as good as like the telepathic connection that allowed Ajax to like speak normally, but it's like.
Wait, did Tyke break it or anything?
I can't remember. I just remember that it had a dog translating program.
It had a dog. I can't remember. I think what it was is that
Tyke was upset that you did it better.
Yeah.
And so he did something to it. Like he pretended like it didn't work or he broke it.
Oh, he turned it. I think he turned it off.
Okay, so
because he got it working for the most part, but he was missing like something, and Fitz walked over and smugly put in the like dog translating algorithm that he had made, and it was working fine. And I think Tyke turned it off after that.
So no,
totally
it doesn't
forgot about that.
Yeah.
But after that, Tyke went into the virtual world, and Dan was in control of the mech. So Dan would have turned it on once Tyke and Ajax were out again. So I think it is on. So what does this dog translator say? Like way delayed, like a full 3 seconds later after you bark. What does this dog translator say? Like
it's in Batman coming, hide, lead away, go for run, and like that's all you get.
Yes, and it's in like a weird approximation of what Ajax's voice sounded like in the virtual space, but it is super bad. so it's like not accurate at all. But it is like vaguely familiar to that. So yeah, you guys hear roughly what Ajax is doing. What about the rest of you? What about the mech? What are you guys doing to respond to this?
I guess we try to run towards them.
Leaving.
Yeah,
What
we
do
should.
What do we do? What do we do about those things on the ground, like us?
Step over it.
I mean, step over
we
it.
should.
But if we leave and they come in here, that's us.
Yeah, that's my body. I have to go back to it, I hope, at some point. Like, I would like to go back to it at some point.
I want to try to pick the nearest one up and just sort of like put them on the sled.
You act like you never watched
Broken gun
before.
What?
I think Tyke, your body was the only one that wasn't still on the sled, but the sled is currently half dismantled. Because Dan started to dismantle it while you guys were like, when he found out you guys didn't need to go anywhere. It's not going to take long to like make it like put it back together, but it is half dismantled. So you grab your own body and like put it on the sled, and it's really weird and like existentially uncomfortable, and yeah.
I think I do look at my body, but like the right shoulder just sort of like shrugs. And I just drop it off.
Okay, so what are the rest of you doing?
Perhaps we should go out there and stop whoever's coming so we can leave without a bunch of threat to our selves. I don't know how bulletproof the mech is, but it's worth a try.
Hear more, Marky.
I mean,
Gotta
that's
hide,
what I was saying.
Gotta hide.
We gotta go chase down the dog and stop whoever's chasing him.
Well, how far do we chase, though? Because if they just flank around behind us and come in this room, they have our body. I mean, do we just stand here and guard?
I think we need to stack them all on the sled and try to get that moving.
Okay.
Sure.
I will be happy to walk over there.
Okay.
Walking
this
is such a chore for this group.
it's such a joke.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Goose? And
Okay,
once.
Let's do it.
So just one of you for this. I don't care which one, whichever has the highest agility, I guess. One of you make a piloting check against easy, upgraded twice. So 1 red, 1 purple, 2 blacks. Upgrade for. So
We need like a metronome or something. Like
yeah.
And apparently we need duct tape.
For the two people that are dancing around this, there's definitely a metronome keeping them in sync. So do it against 1 red, 1 purple, 2 blacks. Add a blue die and use Tyke's upgrade. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
My agility is a 2.
Mine is a 3.
Okay, so Goose,
You win.
Tape them to the back.
No, we don't want them getting shot at.
We apparently need duct tape.
The problems with that: 1, them getting shot at if the mech gets shot at, and 2, having to duct tape them to the mech, because I don't know that you guys have the coordination to do that without hurting yourselves.
By using the mech.
Yeah, using the mech.
Like anytime any of you reach for my body, I like kick the leg violently just to keep your hand away.
Oh, that's funny. That's so good.
2 success. Everything else is a wash. Or
Wow,
roll.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys are able to get over to the sled. I think that takes your like essentially the mech's action, but you guys are able to get it all put together. You get everybody's bodies on there. The sled is ready to go when you guys are able to go. The mech technically would have a maneuver now if you guys want to do that. Try and go somewhere.
Make a new hole or use the existing hole.
A new one, because, screw IS Corp.
Excellent.
You got Kool-Aid Man out of the wall.
Let's get the hands to do that first, and we'll walk through the hole.
Okay, you guys.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're in like a 15-foot by 50-foot room with a bunch of servers on one side. There are 2 exits on either side of you. There are 2 walls, one to the north and south, and then the walls next to the exits on the east and west. Where are you Kool-Aid Manning?
To whichever direction we heard Ajax.
That would be probably northern.
North.
I was gonna say, I say
Yeah.
north. North is
Yeah,
good.
north.
Okay.
Let's do north.
Yeah.
And I don't even care if we just rip a hole in the wall that leads to the same hallway as the original hole. I just want us to destroy
You
as
just
much
want
of this
it will
building.
destroy as much
way
as
better.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Talk about intimidation. A mech walks
Yeah.
through the wall. Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is gonna be. Oh man, my PDF reader is not happy. Oh no, my character sheet's completely broken.
Oh, no.
I just have to close it and reopen it. Let's
Okay.
make this athletics, I guess. Well, no, it's piloting. Okay, I'm lying. It's piloting. It's technically athletics, but it's piloting. You're breaking through a stainless steel wall, so this has to be hard.
Well, the hands have to lead.
Yeah,
Yep.
2 reds.
Broad the mech.
It doesn't really have it doesn't have stats, guys. It doesn't have stats. It has 2 stats. It has HP and soak, and that's
the
it.
kimono a little bit right now.
The mech doesn't. So okay, so type. You are gonna do this because this is gonna be actually a struggle. You're not gonna have to deal with the extra upgrades for all the other stuff. So this is base hard, upgraded twice for IS Corp. So it's 2 reds, 1 purple against your projection, with 2 additional blue dice because 1 additional blue die because Fitz is helping you.
Okay, wait, what was that difficulty again?
2 reds, 1 purple, I think.
2 reds, 1 purple. No black dice?
That is what you said.
I want to give you black dice. I don't know how I feel about giving you black dice.
Okay, but this
Give him white
is
dice. He's gonna crush it if you don't.
this is going to be my projection.
Yeah, it's gonna be project. This is probably going to be a slam dunk. Here's what I really want. I want this to be difficult enough that you will probably do it, but I want a decent chance of like some threats and despairs. So yeah, I think I'll add 2 black dice. So 2 reds, 1 purple, and 2 black dice. Because that'll hopefully.
Is this weird technomancer stuff, or is this like?
Of course it is. You're driving a mech with your mind.
All right.
If this isn't what is.
He's driving an arm with his mind.
That's true.
Did you say I got some random blue die upgrade for something?
Yeah, you have a blue die because Fitz is on the other arm and he is doing okay at this.
All right. Okay. Wow, this is bonkers. I'm glad I don't have to roll these dice in real life.
Yeah, 2 black die, 1 blue.
I'm sorry, maybe that hurt some people, but
2 reds,
It's fun rolling dice in real life.
Honestly, you need to get rolled dice so we can have the Foley.
Well, we can just do it like this. And I can just move it. Yeah, it's fine. I can just record it on. I don't know if you guys, if I told you guys this, but I recorded a die sound like a couple months ago, just
You told
so that.
us.
Yeah, when we have those like weird, awkward pauses where it's like dice sound, but whoever like the noise gate cuts it off, I can just add it back in.
that's pretty good. All right, I have 1 triumph and 3 successes.
All right.
Okay. Wow. All right. Yeah, I think okay, so you reach in, you rip you like I guess you like what does this look like? I'll just ask you, what do you want this to look like? You and Fitz taking these arms and
Okay, so
blasting
here
them.
actually this is why I need to get real dice. I think this thing actually rolled a despair and and 2 triumphs.
Mm.
Wow.
But like canceled them out.
Wow.
Yeah, so I
it should
think
show the dice.
Yeah, it does. So I think it's actually 2 triumph, 1 despair, and 3 successes.
Okay, that is a much more interesting roll. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, to start off, what does it look like when the arms of this mech like open up a hole in this wall?
Okay, so the wall doesn't look like it should like sardine can peel open, but somehow that's what happens. Like just
So you just grab it up and down and just pull sideways and just unfold the wall.
And it's just the most terrible metal screeching you've ever heard.
Of course. Yeah, just stab the hands in and just rip it apart, and it just peels apart. And you can see like all of these like frames on the inside. You can tell that these walls are like extra thick. They're like almost a full like 5 feet thick because it's like all super reinforced. But you just stab in and rip pieces away, and then I think the one of those triumphs is I'm not going to make Carl and Goose roll to jump you guys through this thing. You guys, you guys just blast through this wall.
And 1.
You guys on the other side, you drop into a 15-foot by basically the exact same type of room you were in, but perpendicular to what you guys were doing. I have to look on my thing to see what this room actually is. Oh, that's right. This is the security airlock. Okay. So this is basically just a series of security airlocks. There are like 3 of them in the room, like every 15 feet. So there is like a wall with a sealed door and an airlock and another sealed door, and then that 2 more times throughout the room.
It's like where Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan fought Maul.
Yes, exactly. Except they all stay closed and you can't just run through them and die, unfortunately. And on the other side of each of these airlock areas, there are a team of 4 IS Corp goons. They are standing there. They have their weapons at the ready, but they are not pointing them at you. You blast through this wall, and on the very farthest one in the group, there is an IS Corp agent with the counter badge, who you recognize as one of the ones that was fighting you guys in the carport area when you were escaping, and they are the person with the loudspeaker. As you guys blast through the wall, they raise it to their mouth and they say, "Mr. Stevenson, Mr. Nelson, Mr. Bailey, Dr. Zed, we are not here to damage you. We want to avoid any more violence. We don't want this to happen. I can see you guys are ready and raring for a fight, but none of us wants that to go down. Just stand down and we can deal with this peaceably."
I think we should run for it. Right, like for them, towards them. Run through them is what I think we should do.
I take a step.
Yeah, you guys take a step forward, and you hear bark, 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 bark in the distance. So the dog translator doesn't just play, like it doesn't play internally; it plays outside the mech. So they also hear what Ajax is saying. What are you saying now, off in the distance?
I found the explodey room. Gotta hide.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, that's really delectable. Okay, so you see so the person with the loudspeaker says, "I don't want this to come to blows. Seriously, I'm willing to make a show of faith if you guys will literally just stand down."
Let's run away.
Yeah, what do you guys do?
I mean, do we want this to come to blows?
They fired the first shots a long time ago.
You guys have also, like, in front of you, like, obviously there's well, not obviously, but there is another, there are 2, there's an exit and an entrance to this room. One is to your left, that is next to the hallway. Then there's the other one on the opposite end where they are. So the one to your left leads roughly towards the exploding room, and the one opposite you has 3 of these big ass, like almost bank vault security airlock things in between them, which are, from what you can tell, they are much beefier than like just walls. So yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I think that it'd be real humiliating if we just like gave up and then it turned out we were wrong this whole time. So we can't let that be a possibility.
I vote for running right at him and scatter him like bugs.
Let's run.
Okay, cool.
Oh my gosh.
Very cool.
Do the arms like assist in the run, or are you all just like dangling behind?
Yeah, I mean,
Are we
Goose
Naruto running?
Dude,
So Goose and I high five and we just start going.
I'm going wherever our feet take us.
Okay. All right. So, Carl and Goose, you're going to do a base level daunting check, upgraded twice.
Cool.
So 2 purple or 2 reds, 3 purple. Upgraded an additional 2 times for you guys being in the mech. So 4 reds. Wait, no, just 4 reds, not 5 purple. Sorry, base 4 purple, not base 5 purple. Sorry. 4 reds, 2 blacks with your upgrades, with the 2 blue die from Tyke and Fitz as well. Does that make sense?
Does.
Okay.
It makes sense. I got to roll some dice twice, though, baby.
Yeah, I have to re-roll a red.
I have only 1 red die, so whenever I have to roll literally more than 1 red difficulty, I have to roll like 3 or 4 times sometimes.
Oh, fudge.
I'm trying to avoid rolling at all costs these days.
Sounds like several despairs.
Well, you know, with my app, I have infinite dice.
You do. I've actually been thinking of just using the app, but it is so confusing to me sometimes. Like,
You need to go into the settings and turn off canceling triumphs and spares.
Yeah.
There are no settings for this app.
Are you using the Genesis dice roller, quote unquote?
What is it called?
Because mine has settings and it has subtract. Wait. Oh, it doesn't have one for triumphs and despairs. It just says add successes for triumph, add failure for despair, subtract failures from successes, subtract threats from advantages. Oh.
So, Carl, what'd you get?
1 success, 3 threats.
Well, that's good. At least one leg is moving.
Yeah, mine is called Dice Roller for Genesis.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so 1 leg is moving.
I
Okay,
would like
so-
Message to highlight. Pay for your apps.
Yeah, change apps because wait, do you have iOS or Android?
Android.
Okay, yeah, change to I think this is the official app. It's called let me find it. It's called Genesis Dice Roller and it has the like Genesis symbol. Let me see if I can find it in the Play Store.
Yeah, Genesis Dice Roller.
Yeah, that one, if you can see it.
camera's not focused on it.
That's bad. That is nothing. Yeah. Maybe I can link this. Can I share it? Share
Yeah, just
Discord
post a link.
in logistics.
Oh, this one that's $5?
What? No, it's free. There's a free version.
You can get a free version, but you pay $5 and you'll unlock it. No commercials, no ads. Everything's ready to go. If you pay the free one, you get commercials.
Yeah.
Which he gets anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just sent you a link in Discord.
So
Okay.
I ended up with 2 success,
Woo!
triumph, 4 advantage, and 2 despairs.
Okay. That's
Wow.
pretty
Yeah.
good. What was Carl? What was yours? I missed it.
1 success, 3 disadvantages.
Okay, so overwhelming success.
Or 3 threats. Sorry, 3 threats.
It's fine. I understand what you mean either way. Overwhelming success with a couple despairs and a bunch of threats. And a couple advantages from Goose. You got advantages, right?
I got 4 advantages actually.
Okay. So you guys are easily going to break through this first this first set of airlocks. I think it is not easy. Like, okay, I said you easily break through it, but like you definitely solidly break through it, but it is not easy. I think it is like literally like you guys run in and you slam into it. Like Carl kind of like, you guys are in this weird like linked state. So Carl kind of takes over, like you guys are controlling everything individually, but Carl kind of takes over in the planning, and you guys do this like really intense, like shoulder check football tackle into the first set and just blast through it. And then you guys grab in the second part of the airlock and just rip it apart. And the IS Corp goons on the other side like take a visible step back when you do this. I think the despair is that they are going to react emotionally, and they're going to shoot you right now, because this is a terrifying thing that they are seeing happen right now. And it is just like, how could you not react that way? If like you see a mech like just slam into a thing, literally rip like stainless steel like security airlocks in shreds, and stand before you, I think it would be really weird for them not to.
No. That would be great. I'm just picturing it like from our standpoint, we're just like this bumbling idiot of a robot. But from like what they saw was just like this death machine just peel open the wall and come storming at them.
Yeah, this horrifying giant, like what is it? What did we say? 14-foot tall death machine slam into something that is literally supposed to keep them safe, then rip it apart and step through a hole in literally a second. And they just like, you see they like go ghostly, and like they you hear the person on the loudspeaker yelling at them to stand down and not to fire, but they are just like, you can see they're like shaking, and all four of these guys raise their weapons and are going to fire at you. Lots of blue dice. I'm so bad at rolling, guys. I'm so
the
bad.
good news is, compared to the mech, they're probably just minions.
That's fair. I mean, we should be able to just like pancake them.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, they almost one-shot Goose.
Yeah.
With the
yeah,
mech.
they did almost one-shot Goose. That's true. Okay. Okay, this is not looking good so far. That cancels out. Okay, I lied. It's looking fine. 2 successes, 1 advantage. So the mech takes 0 damage.
Okay.
We need to laugh out loud on the speaker.
Technically, it is 4 of them, so I should probably do. I don't know how group combat works, y'all.
It's just one shot. They do extra damage for each one.
Yeah, you get like. So if it was just one of them, they'd get 1 green, but if it's 2 of them, they get 2.
Yeah, how does the damage work though? Because if they succeeded, like
it's 1 extra damage for each.
Oh, just 1 extra damage
person.
for each. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe armed with short. Okay, gunners. Okay. All right. So it's base damage 6, 2 successes. That's 8. So there are 4 of them. So that's an additional 3 damage. So actually, the mech will take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got to deal 10 points of damage to deal 1 point of damage to it.
Yep. We still. I still want to laugh maniacally.
No. Pause. Because one of the things on y'all's wish list is no vehicle combat. So this is not a vehicle. It is just a really beefy thing. It has 10 soak and 50 HP. Those are the only stats I've done for this thing. 10 soak, 50
Holy
HP.
crap.
Tyke, this is your mech, so you get to figure that out. At each threshold of damage, though,
10.
you start to lose systems. So after every 10 damage, you start to lose systems. Either
That's
like
fair.
a leg or arm or something like that. Same with crits. So you are at 49 hit points on this mech now. I also forgot to mention that are you guys pulling the sled right now as you're doing this? The body sled.
Yeah, well, I haven't been thinking about it. I thought that we should, but
I haven't.
I had been thinking about it, but I even brought it up, but we kind of didn't.
okay.
Left your
Yeah, 'cause
bodies on the sled.
I meant to say that while you guys are pulling the sled, you're gonna start upgrading your checks to do stuff. So because you're like actively worried about pulling the sled and protecting your bodies. But we can deal with that next time. So these 4 incredibly frightened IS Corp peoples raise their weapons, just unload in you, and see that it did essentially nothing. And they just immediately drop their weapons and turn. And
I wanted to laugh maniacally through the speaker.
Yes. Yeah. So Carl is laughing maniacally in the speaker. So we're gonna end on this scene from their perspective, okay, or from the perspective of the people behind them. So the people behind them, one security airlock away from you guys, they see these 4 people raise their weapons, just unload like full clips into this mech. Absolutely nothing happens, and then they're like just awash with horror. They drop their weapons and they start sprinting away. Then they hear this maniacal laughter coming out through the speaker of the mech, and you guys are just like doing the like insane badass mech walk forward as these guys are running away. I was gonna mention we were
probably ponderously kind of half uncoordinatedly running towards them.
Yeah, I think you guys are like, you guys are still like
run.
You guys are like half climbing through the hole you just made still, and it looks like it's weird and uncoordinated, but to them it looks like you are moving not uncoordinatedly, but like you are moving in an alien way. Like you are just like doing all this weird stuff. So it looks like this like weird alien mech thing is like tearing through this thing, laughing maniacally. They hear what to them sounds like horrific like wolf barks and yowls and like growls coming off in the distance, even though it's Ajax and we all know he's a great pupper. To them it's like horrifying, and their commanding officer behind them are yelling out over the loudspeaker to stand down. And I think you just see like half of these people just like are just like stunned, and that I think is where we're going to end for tonight, on that scene of you guys being this terror in the way of IS Corp.
Like hearing Carl just losing his mind, Goose just thinks to himself, "Oh, I've seen this before."
Yeah. Nick, you are not wrong. This is the uncoordinated mech version of the Vader hallway scene. And I'm loving it. Next time on RPGs Anonymous, a very uncoordinated Darth Vader mech tears through a bunch of rebels, I guess.
Yep.
And those poor guys on the other side of the airlock are going to watch all their friends just get smashed into the door.
Get smashed. Yeah, this is I'm starting to be like I'm like puckering a little bit. I'm like, oh no, oh god, guys, no.
I didn't say kill them. I said scatter them like bugs. I figured they'd start running when this thing came running at them.
They did.
Like bugs.
Oh, splatter like bugs. Oh well, take it one direction. Okay.
You have one leg trying to like just get them away, and one leg being like, kill them all. They will taste blood tonight.
The high step from the leg. Crush.
Oh,
run.
God.
Crush. Run.
This is terrifying, guys. Oh man. Okay, so let's transition, Nick, over to the ending the show.
Oh my gosh. This has been awesome, guys. Let's find out what everyone's favorite scene is. I feel like we were really like struggling to get out of that room, but it was awesome. What's your favorite scene?
My favorite scene is Ajax peeing on a corner to get their attention as he runs away.
Yep.
That was good.
That was good.
Dang it, Pixie, every time. Because I was going to be like Pixie suggesting the worm and then immediately having an actual way to do it was so good. That was enjoyable. Here's what I'll do. Goose, the legs deciding to try and do a kip up immediately as the literal first thing you guys did, basically. That was delicious. I'm very, very, very glad. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Starshine did that. That was really enjoyable. I like that.
I liked Goose dancing and then the different scenes that everybody came up with for what it looked like to navigate the mech.
Yeah, that was nice too. The whole like Tyke doing the like like mentally coordinating everybody and like putting everybody like just everybody. I love the whenever we do the like everybody has their own thing going on, but you guys are doing something together. It's just really enjoyable because you get to like see all this like stuff about the characters without having to directly do it. It's just it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, I think my favorite moment is still like Kool-Aid Man walking through the wall. Like, why use a door when we can make another hole?
Yeah.
We're all jealous. We saw Dan do it earlier. We want our chance.
Yeah, exactly. Dan got to have all the fun with the mech.
I'm just really curious what Dan thinks right now, because he like is just sort of like out of control while the body that he is still in is just like doing crap.
So he's just like on the screen saying like, "Oh, sorry, excuse me, coming through, watch out."
It is singularly unpleasant for him. I know, because like one of the things that he has been reveling in since being like awakened or whatever is like the freedom that he has, and so like suddenly being super not like one called in by Tyke, put into a mech kind of against his will, not I mean that's whatever, that's cool, and then after that being pulled into the virtual space like against his will, and then being reshunted back out, and then immediately losing control of the body he's gotten used to. It's just like lack of freedom down the line. It's very unpleasant for him.
I have that. Tyke is like the worst thing that ever happened to Dan.
Yeah, you are. But also like the best thing. Like that's the wonderful thing. Like literally you are like the triumph and despair to Dan, like encompassed. It's pretty good.
I think you all realize that the bodies behind was pretty great too.
That's true.
I think my favorite part was Carl's laugh at the end.
Yeah, Carl laughing maniacally. Yeah. I have to say, honorable mention is the bit war happening between Jacob and Pixie. It's just
what really constitutes a bit war. Like, how does
you guys are going back and forth. That's what it is. Like,
but I'm not like competing. This is like
every couple of minutes, like one of you does it, and then like a few seconds later, the other one does it, and it's like, okay, like I know it's not intentional, but it's just very. Oh yeah, Pixie, you won for sure. Like
for sure,
it's no contest.
Hey, look, like this is a perfect example of how you won. Like just
the fact
just
not
watch.
even
There were like
hundreds.
Yeah. That is an
that's a
honorable
big
mention.
part of it too. Yeah.
Goose, what do we have to plug this week? Colby. I can't separate character and person. I just can't, it's impossible in my brain.
Yeah, they're all the same. We got the Ace Clubs podcast from Jacob and I, Book Club podcast. Hey Jacob, how's that next episode coming, buddy?
Oh man.
Huh?
I am trying to learn things, and I just time for things. Anyway.
So keep your ears out for that. Next up is Snyder's Return. Friends across the pond who do combination live play and interview and just talk about all things TT RPG. So check them out. They're super cool people. And then we have the Negative Modifier podcast. They're agreeing to let us use their whole system and everything. So
no,
thank you.
What?
The Delta Green in their system?
They play Delta Green. That's the system they play. It's a roll under system. It's a game. Go watch it. It's great. It's on iTunes.
Yeah, these notes are.
Yeah, we talked about the Delta Green system for like 10 minutes beforehand. It sounds really cool. Check it out. That would be a good intro into that.
Yeah, and Owl Bear Radio is the thing we're going to dub over what I said before.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. So thanks to them.
And Jacob, where can they find us?
Yeah, people can find us at rpgsanonymous.podiant.co for the podcast. You also can see us here on Twitch. Catch us on YouTube, Twitter, RPGs Anonymous 1, and also join the Discord. Links and descriptions and such. And probably somebody in the chat. There we go.
Yep.
Things happen.
Yep. And Aaron, take it away with the shout outs.
Yeah, with our shout outs, we're getting there. We're at 60 followers right now. When we hit 75, we got 3 bonus episodes. We're going to drop some backstory, some outside of the ordinary characters. Excellent stuff. And a big thanks to Cornucopia Miniatures for putting us one person closer. Thanks for the follow. And you get out there, you follow us, get your friends to follow us. We'll toss their name out here.
About 15 away to the bonus episodes. That's based on what we were doing. That's like 4 weeks. So if you guys want those bonus episodes before we're done with this arc, I'd
really like to see the episodes.
I would really like to see them too. I'd like to go back and listen to them, to edit them. Yeah, I think that is just about it. Again, once we also, you can contact us at our Gmail address if you just want to chat. If you want to give us like little tidbits or whatever, you want a little shout out, you want to do some sort of business opportunity or something, that is rpgsanonymous@gmail.com. Come chat in the Discord, come to Nerdy Chat. Our show, these are happening at the times that they happen and stuff like that. I think that's it. I'm literally losing my mind as this is happening, so let's get out of here. We will see you in the multiverse. Bye.
Bye, deuces.